So we're going to have a little demonstration on how to remove a person from a relationship that is an incorrect relationship in FamilySearch.
Okay, and if you want to explain to me, so we've got
Yeah.
Daniel Francis Doherty here, and he's got a couple of
He
spouses.
is, yeah, he's my grandfather. He was married to Mary and had 7 children. She died
Gotcha.
with the birth of number 7, and a couple years later, he married Nora. They had no children. But this also shows after that, Ruth. He never married a Ruth. He was still married to 3 years before I was born. He died, and Nora was still alive.
Okay, so I see we also have got here that you got 6 children under Nora, and you say they had no children.
Right.
So we have,
That was my second question.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so let's go down and we will remove Ruth over here. So what I will do under marriage events is I'll just going to put Ruth in another tab just for safety. I'm going to left click on the pencil icon, and it says here on the right, remove or replace. And I'm just going to remove, and it's got a little X here, and I said I've reviewed the relationship, and I will left click on remove wife, and it wants an explanation, and your explanation is Daniel never married Ruth.
Right.
Yeah.
Never married Ruth. And then I'm just say information given by by Daniel's granddaughter.
And another thing I was going to say, Nigel, is when this came up, when Anne was talking to me, she was saying she wanted to delete someone. And it's not that we're deleting a person, we are deleting the relationship, and that will
Correct.
separate them out of the tree.
Yeah, so now let's go and look at this. Look at these children
Well,
over here.
there was a Charles Doherty too. There's my father. There was no Charles in his family.
Okay, we'll fix this.
Yeah.
So let's have a look over here at the children. So I think, and are they duplicated? You got a Mary C1L Ford.
Marie, yeah. They're all my aunts and uncles.
But
No.
they're duplicates.
No.
Yes. See
they're
on
not.
there? No, what I'm saying is they're in there twice. So that Marie C.
Oh, you're right. Yes.
The last 3 digits are the 1L4. And if you
Yeah.
go up to the top for the Marie C
Yeah.
up there, that's BW2.
Yeah.
So that the children need to be merged together and then disconnected from the wrong mother.
Correct. So what we can do over here, so there's Marie there, Joseph E. Do you have a Joseph? Yeah, 1899. Yeah. John C.
Yep. These are
yeah,
my uncles. Yes.
and Eleanor and Francis and Daniel, Eleanor, okay. So what we're going to do over here, the first thing we will do is we're going to replace this Nora, because he was married to Nora. So I'm going to just put her in, just store that information there in a separate tab, so that we don't lose her. But all the children relationships need to change over here, because we want to get back to Agnes as the mother of the children. So what I'm going to do is go down to each child, left click on the pencil, and remove or replace. I'm going to replace the mother, remove or replace. I've reviewed the place, and I'm going to replace the mother, left click on replace the mother. I'll do it by ID number because I've copied that ID number of the wife, and I'll left click left click in there, right click in that box, left click paste, next. And you're saying that this is the correct mother. It's Mary Agnes Burns.
Mary Agnes, yes.
So I'll add the match, and I'm not going to give a reason because we're going to go quickly over here. And I'm going to do that for all the other 5 children. Okay, so I'll go through that quite quickly over here. Replace mother. And we'll do that. So we're down another 4 to go. Remove or replace mother. And oh no, not remove mother, replace mother. I need to be
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I know you're going fast, but make sure you're choosing the right one.
doing it correct here. Otherwise, I will have another problem to fix afterwards. So left click, we'll go slowly, remove or replace, left click, review the relationships, replace the mother, left click, right click, paste in that ID, click on next. Yes, add the match. It's Mary Agnes Burns, replace, and one more. Remove or replace, left click on that.
Nope.
Place
There.
mother. Yeah. Left click in there, right click, left click, paste, next. Add the match. Yes, I'm not going to give the explanation. So what has happened now is that we've got more children over here, 13 children, and we're going to probably have to merge the Marys, the
Yeah.
Josephs, the Johns, the Eleanors, the Francis, the Daniels.
And you
And then-
can see how some of them have different information together.
Yeah, but they all
You'll-
use the DO,
Right.
not
Well,
the
you'll have to research it because some of these won't be a match. They would just need to be disconnected. Like for
Mhm.
instance, if you go back up and look at the children's dates, there's Daniel, I think, when I was looking at it, a little lower
yeah,
there. Daniel, Francis has a different birth year.
Right.
Daniel has a different birth year. So you'll have to either see if it's the same person based on other relationships, like if they're married or those kind of things, or research to see if what is the correct birth or christening date for
I
them.
think that Daniel J was somebody else, a different person.
Right, because there's a death date on there. And so
And-
if it's not the same person, you will disconnect the relationship. If
Right.
it is the same person, you will merge them together.
correct.
And-
And if you want to disconnect the relationship, you click on the pencil and you would remove or replace. Okay, I'm not going to do this. And then you disconnect him, you say remove, and then you
Right.
can either replace parents or remove parents.
Remove them. Yeah.
Yeah, but we're not
Okay.
going to do that. You need to research that to find out.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 No, I've seen him before.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it just, yeah. But
I
now,
think
and
he
then
might have been Ruth's husband. And
could
not to be confused, Daniel for some strange reason, my father's birth certificate says Daniel Charles. His whole life, he was Daniel Francis Jr. So
Okay.
that's why there's two. They
So-
just have to be merged. I
but-
put Daniel Charles as an alternate name. Wouldn't that be correct? Because
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
okay.
And then I would, before this, Charles Doherty is removed, I would go in and see if there was a child that was born to this couple that died at 10 years of age.
No, I mean
Well,
that
all
was
I'm saying,
that was Daniel J. I saw that. That was somebody else.
this Charles that's listed on there, all I'm saying is before you just go in and say,
Yeah.
oh, this is not my person, they didn't have a child. I have done research for families and discovered children in the family that died young
Oh,
that the parents never talked about and nobody knew, but it really was the right one. So
No,
I would
there-
research.
I know there's no Charles. There was Elizabeth died at a day old.
Right. But this
Yep.
particular record here shows 5 sources. So before
And-
you disconnect it, I'm
I
just
know.
saying, go and look and make sure.
But he's
Yeah.
it says Philadelphia, but if you go for I've researched this guy.
Okay, that's great.
He's in
Yeah.
he's in Maryland.
Okay.
Okay, so he's not the child of Daniel Francis.
No, he isn't.
So what we do, we'll left click there and we will, as the child, remove
Yeah.
or replace. So we'll left click on remove, and we're going to disconnect him from Daniel Francis, and we'll say yes. And we'll remove parents. Okay, there's no mother mentioned there. And we'll say definitely not the child of Daniel Francis.
Yeah.
Not the child of Daniel Francis.
Doherty.
Doherty. And we'll put in here the 9674 WTS. Okay. And did that not go?
Yeah, that Daniel Francis is I think is a duplicate with Daniel Charles. I think.
So
Okay.
now we fixed it up. So what you have now is Daniel Francis and Nora with no children. And you've got Daniel Francis and Mary Agnes Burns with a whole lot of children, but you'll need to probably maybe remove or
I'll just merge. Well, they're merged because, like I said, 6 children lived. The 7th one died. That's why there's 13.
Right.
Yes.
But just go through it, and if it is the
Yeah.
same person, again, that's the same caution that we were doing at the beginning of the full class today, is merge it if you know it's the same person, disconnect it. If you don't know it's the same person, disconnect it, and don't, so that you're deleting the relationship. So only merge them if you know they're the same person.
Right.
So now
I've been playing with these files, so
I know.
Yeah. So if I look at this Charles Doherty that we just disconnected now, interesting. He's already.
See, I think Ruth Watkins was married to a different Daniel Francis.
Yes, that looks like it. So he's already connected. Let me just see if I refresh. That's before I did it. Yeah, so he looks like he's already connected. So he was connected to 2 sets of parents by the looks of it.
Yeah.
And that's where the confusion came in there. And so we removed him from the one set of parents, but he's already connected to a previous set of parents. So, okay, I think you can stop recording there.
Yeah,
Eva.
sorry.